from Memoirs of a Movie Maven, and the movie I'm reviewing for you today is Walking with the Enemy. Now, Walking with the Enemy I saw at a very special free screening on the military installation that I currently live, where my husband's stationed. And this film is a rare find. It's a 2013 film that came out at only 3 U.S. Film festivals. It didn't win an award at the Fort Lauderdale Film Festival. It was filmed partly in Hungary, a little bit in Canada, I think in England too. So it's kind of a, those 3 countries working together to make this film. And other than that, in a New York screening last March with a couple big names like Jess Wexler, some people from The Walking Dead were also there. Gem of a film that I really hope that people can track down somehow and see, or when it finally gets released in your country, released on DVD, that you go out and find it, because you can't find it anywhere right now. So I'm really happy to bring this to you and hope that you guys see it in future avenues or venues, or see it in an art house theater, an indie theater, or a film festival, something like that. Just track it down, keep track of it on IMDb, and go out and see this film. Now, this movie stars Ben Kingsley. He's got a small role, but he's probably the biggest name in this. And he plays the regent of Hungary. And the leads are Jonas Armstrong. He's an Irish actor from Netflix right now. There's a Robin Hood series. I think it's like a BBC series. So plays a part in The Edge of Tomorrow. And Tina Toynton is the lead female. She's an English actress, and she's probably what I recognize her from is an American. The PBS television series Mr. Selfridge with Jeremy Piven. This film is a World War II film about Hungary, actually, and Hungary's part in the war, and what happened with that country, specifically with the Jews in the country. A little bit of history, no spoilers. Hungary borders the neutral Swiss, and they wanted to avoid a war, so the regent thought diplomatic solutions were better. Let's just appease them. They're the lesser of 2 evils. We don't want Mussolini. We don't like him more, apparently. You can't be sleeping with the enemy and not get burned from it. Hitler starts coming in with his regime. Ethnic cleansing begins. This is actually a true story about a real man whose last name is Rosenbaum. In the film, it's Alec Rosenbaum, but in real life it's Chess or something hard to pronounce like that, so they changed it to Alec. And it's based on a true story, and this guy worked with a Swiss company. Swiss or neutral, but they wanted to save people, so they allowed them to come to their country without reprisal and deliver these to people and save them. And at one point even starts to dress up as a Nazi SS officer in order to save Jews. And I won't go into the details of what he does, but it's really dangerous. And this is the small underground group of people trying to save as many people as they possibly can. And they show different groups of people that didn't want to be a part of it. Russia, Stalin, part of the Allies at the time, is on, Hungary borders wanting to get to the German soldiers, but then there's all these Hungarians that who are caught in the crossfires. And if it's not a true story that I think a lot of people know and recognize or know a lot of. I didn't. I knew about Hungary, but I didn't know about this man. He was just an ordinary man who became extraordinary because of his absolute bravery. This was definitely a movie that you could actually take your kids to it. It's a war film that's not gory like Braveheart. It actually bring people, I would say 10, 12 and up to this without any problems, maybe some discussions. They were able to avoid gore and make this universally more appealing to people without detracting from the absolute atrocities of what was happening to these people. The acting was incredible. I vaguely remember Jonas Armstrong in Edge of Tomorrow. I think he was really creepy in that one, so he was obviously an actor with a lot of range. He was incredible in this. Hannah Toynton was nice. She was good. They had a lot of chemistry. A lot of girls could have played her part, but I think she did a nice job. And Ben Kingsley is always amazing. They actually did Hungarian accents, which was nice to, a lot of times everyone has a British accent, or everyone sounds American, or everyone has different accents, and it's very confusing, so it's nice to see people being authentic. The production value, you can definitely tell when there were moments that this is an indie film where, you can tell you know, they had very few aerial bomb sequences and stuff like that. A lot of it was just on the actors, was the small storyline. And I thought that that was really smart. I'd rather see less battle sequences and less big aerial bombs in CGI if it's not going to be high quality. And they just focused on the people, and all the acting was great, and the costumes were good, and those kinds of things, and that's all important. Those are things that you can control more with a smaller budget. I was moved by this film. I thought the acting was fantastic. I think that it's a sweet little gem of a film that really needs to get a bigger release. It really needs to be seen more. If they make more films like this, that's more authentic and interesting storylines. Not a story that I've seen before. I've seen told before over and over and over again. Something different. And I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys can track it down somehow legally to watch it and to give some money to this film that they put so much heart into. The rating for this movie is okay. Thanks guys so much for watching. I'll have another review for you next week. Of course, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe on here, which you're probably already watching it on here. So please like, subscribe, comment, share, Google Plus it, all of that stuff. Go to my blog, Memoirs of a Movie Maven, for my weekly DVD articles with Mel. And I also have a new weekly article called Weekend Fashion Recap that I'm doing, that I kind of look at all the new films that have come out and seeing what people are wearing to the premieres and to the press calls and stuff like that. So it's something a little different if you like fashion, or if you just are interested in new films coming out, and I'll also tell you those too. So thanks you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye!